there, Steve Castle with TecHome Builder here at the TecHome Builder Summit with Steve Carkhuff of ADT. And ADT is showing its Pulse interactive connected home system and service here at the summit. So Steve, tell us how it's going with that and what kind of conversations you're having with home builders.
It's been great. I mean, we've been trying to get a hold of a lot of these builders to talk about our partnership program, and it's tough to get them on the phone because they're so busy. So when you get a captive audience here, as they're walking by, hey, I've been trying to get a hold of you, and like, yeah, I'm not avoiding you. We've just been really busy, and they can spend 5-10 minutes with you. I think the best part is the after-hours events, where you really get a chance to kind of see them outside of business normal hours, and I think that's where a lot of your business can be conducted too. So.
And after a day of dealing with technology, I think everyone could use a drink, right? Tell us a little bit about the partner program.
The partnership program is unique because what we do is we try and remove the old stereotype of I have to have all my doors and windows pre-wired and trimmed and have a complete security system. We come in after the fact, so builders don't have to worry about construction delays. They don't have to worry about warranty issues. We all just come in right after the fact, after the homeowner's actually closing the house, and we go over their specific needs and design a system to meet those needs. If it's just covering their doors, perfect. If it's covering all their windows, we can do that. And it's fully scalable, and we can talk about video monitoring, or just basic burglary and fire. So it's just a unique opportunity. And it's obviously a captive audience because we know one of the major life decision changes is when you move into a new house to get security. So it's a good target for us to go after these builders and partner with them, remove that cost from their homes. And it's a pretty simple process. We just ask them to present a form to their home buyers sometime throughout the process of the sale. That customer signs the form opting in, basically, and we reach out to them and then we set up an appointment.
What are some of the big selling features of the Pulse system, do you think? What do you get the best response from?
It's ever growing. Obviously, I travel, so I mean, I'm here at the show. I can watch my son sleep in his crib at night. When I'm coming back from one of the late night events, I don't get a chance to talk to him as much, obviously. So it's just nice to see, he's home safe. I just love the even simple things like when you come home, I get home, it's dark out. So when I open up my front door, the light pops up in the hallway. So I'm never coming home to a dark house, and it's neat because you can schedule events like a smoke detector goes off in our house. We can program the thermostat to shut off so it stops the spread of the smoke. But it also then turns on all the lights leading the path out of the house because I have all my light switches covering the hallway lights and the stairwell lights. And then it unlocks the front door. So I don't even have to turn the deadbolt. I just open up the door and we can get out of the house. Very quick egress in case of a situation like that.
Isn't it amazing how home automation has become democratized like that? And I've written for the luxury market, and it used to be just for rich people, and now virtually anyone can have it. And I think people are realizing that and rushing for it.
Yeah, and the product base is just ever expanding. And companies like ours, we're able to learn those devices in. And then customers, I mean, if they want to add additional light switches, they can come to us. We'll do it for them. Or if they're handy enough or they have a guy who's an electrician, they can go buy these switches because they're compatible.
And I imagine a lot of people really respond to seeing their kids coming home from school, seeing if they're with the right people, without necessarily spying on them. But you can do a little bit of that too, right?
Let's just say my life would have been different growing up if I had one of these systems in my house. I would have probably been a little better of a boy, back then. So I kind of feel bad. I have a son who is going to have to grow up using this technology, and unfortunately, in his case, us being able to monitor their activities so we can hopefully keep them out of trouble. But yeah, I think it's just a great product. Like you said, it's very affordable now. I remember, when these new home technologies pieces were coming out 20 years ago, my dad was in the construction industry building very high-end custom homes, and it was just so cool what you could do. And just us, lay people out here, couldn't afford it, but now we can, and it's very easy to install.
So you recently came out with another feature where you can track your kids and their locations. Can you talk a little bit about that?
We're getting very, very innovative, and we hired a guy who's literally our chief innovation officer. And their job is to take a look at all this cool technology, and he's actually, him and his team built an app where they can, you download it on your phone. It's called Canopy. And I can ask my wife to join, so my wife's on there as well, and then, my son's only 4 yet, but when he gets to the age of having a cell phone, he'll have this app as well, and it kind of tracks where you're at. But I think it's a great element, but I think the best part of it is I can press another button on that app, and it pulls up the local CentraCare locations or the hospital. So you can, even if I'm out here in Austin, I can pull it up right now and say something happened to you, I could know the closest facility to get you some help. By far the coolest feature, I think, is our chaperone. And that's a one-touch access, so it's taking us as an event-driven business of an alarm event, somebody breaking in, or a fire or a carbon monoxide event, to now I can be going to the grocery store late at night and I just feel weird. I get the hairs on the back of your neck stand up. I can press a one button on my phone and be put in touch with a live ADT agent on the phone with me who knows my coordinates. So in case something were to happen, they could dispatch to my location.
And a great feature for wives and kids and moms.
Exactly.
Back in the day, my mom had a police scanner, so the joke was that she would know that when I was in trouble before I did, but I think this is better because then, and it's a safety feature to protect people.
Exactly. It's something we're just really a friends and family kind of trial period right now, and folks can go onto the App Store and download it and try it out, and feedback is greatly appreciated. But yeah, I've enjoyed playing around with it so far.
Any best practices that you can recommend for home builders in selling systems like these or introducing them?
It really depends. I think a lot of our home builders want to be able to offer the product, offer the option. They don't necessarily want to be as involved with the integration of it. They want it to be simple. I think that's where ADT kind of comes in a uniquely situation where we can come in and help them. So I think the best opportunity for builders is to put this equipment in the house. I'm not an electrician with ADT. I'm not licensed for the high volt stuff. So if they go in there and they put in a couple of light switches, or if they put in the thermostats, the door locks, if they're already in there, they can market that house as future home technology ready. And then they have the choice of an integrator. Hopefully they choose ADT because I think we're the best, but they will have options. They're not tied to any particular company.
Okay, now's the time for our shameless plugs. What do you like best about the TecHome Builder Summit?
What do I like best about the TecHome? I feel like I'm on American Idol right now and they're asking the top 5 things that they don't know about you. No, I've really enjoyed meeting folks who I've spoken to over the phone and just haven't had a chance to get out to visit them. Like Jeff Allgood with Taylor Morrison Homes. Him and I have been playing tag for a couple of years now, and just get out and hang out with him, not only here at the event, but also at the late night events.
Well, you talked about the late night events. What did you like best about them?
Well, I've enjoyed just meeting with the folks who I normally just talk to on the phone. May not have a chance to meet them face to face, and it's really interesting to get a chance to meet with them here, talk about business, but then also go out afterwards at some of these events, even during the lunch hours or the breakfast, sitting down, talk to them, picking their brains, and also just kind of hanging out with them and building a personal relationship with these folks. And I think I've enjoyed that the most.
Do you like the more intimate style of the conference?
I do. I like us having the ability to just be here and have them come up to us, because they'll have a question, we answer it, then they may go off to another thing, they hear some kind of new technology, and they come back with another follow-up question. So I think it's just it's a good way for for us to meet with them, interact with them, but also for them to be very educated with multiple platforms, multiple different types of technologies.
Any speakers that you really like? You don't have to say me because we'll know that you'll be lying.
The gentleman this afternoon, I forget it.
Roy Spence?
Roy Spence, man, he was incredible. Just an interesting story, and then he put up that video of the president, the former president.
That was cool.
I was just thinking to myself, I hope to never miss my son's birthday or my daughter's birthday, but I don't know if I'm going to have that access to get a videotape like that and say, hey son, I'm sorry I missed your birthday, but somebody wanted to say hi, so that was a really cool story.
We'll do one for you.
You'll do it for me? All right, I'm going to hold you to that.
I don't have the cachet of Mr. Bush and Clinton. So, well, hey, Steve, thanks for being with us here. We're glad that you're here, and
yes, thank you very
we
much.
hope you had a good time.
We did.